Alright, welcome back to the Shaved In, everybody. Today we're taking a look at another classic soap made by Cella. So my buddy Jack shot me over this soap kind of as a gift. I went ahead and picked up the matching splash with it as well. Read reviews on the splash. They said it does not smell like the soap. So I have smelled the soap. I haven't opened this package yet to smell that. Look at the soap. It's very, very soft. Almost like Taylor of Old Bond Street. It's like very soft. Smelling it, it smells fantastic. It smells like one of those, it's like a cookie that has that almond extract scent in it. It smells kind of like one of those cookies. So it smells super nice. I had my wife smell this and she immediately said it smells like a vanilla or an almond cookie. I was like, you know what, it does. So they inside the box that the soap came with, it came with like a little story. So I'm just gonna read this real quick because I thought it was interesting. It says, Doll 1899, which I'm assuming that's when the company was founded. A true story of when the Barbers was a place in which to enjoy a moment of pleasure and well-being. The story of Cella opened in the heart of Milan, soon becoming a point of reference for style in the Italian world of shaving. Back in 1899, master soap makers and perfumers set out to combine extensive experience with our passion for excellence and high standards of craftsmanship, creating a luxury line of products for gentlemen and professional barbers. It is true, it's kind of broken English here, it is true story that our vintage and iconic ambassador, the smiling Felice, tells us every morning with his motto, Cella, Cella, extra, extra, Purissima. So, pretty neat little story behind the company itself. This soap in general has very, very high reviews. Very, very excited to try it out. I'm gonna open the splash here real quick just to see what it looks like. And nice packaging. Okay, I think they also, yeah, same little story they put inside that box as well. Push this off to the side. So kind of a classic style bottle. Looks almost like a cologne bottle. Lozione Dopo Barba aftershave lotion. Okay, interesting. So that smells nothing like the soap. It kind of smells like that classic Brute cologne or aftershave. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot. Yeah, cool. Figured I'm going to change things up today. Going to use the Merkur 34C. Haven't used this guy in quite a while. I've been using the Henson with the heavyweight blade, or not blade, heavyweight handle for quite a while. Figured going with a classic old soap, pair it with a classic razor. Going to be using a different blade today. Not really different. I've used it before. It's the Gillette Blue or Gillette Platinum Blues. So it's a good blade. I'm running low on my Wilkinson sword because I guess I didn't know this, but India had some sort of pause on shipment because of COVID. And I had ordered 200 or 300 more blades, but the guy messaged me back, and this was like a month ago, saying that he couldn't ship it, and asked if I wanted to wait or if I wanted a refund. So I just told him I would wait. It has since shipped about 2 weeks ago, but as you'd imagine, coming from India, it takes quite a while to get over to the US. Anyway, so this is another great blade. I've shaved it before, like the performance of it. I still prefer the Wilkinson over it, but nonetheless, I don't want to use all of my Wilkinsons. It's fun to change things up every once in a while too. Going to be using the Yaki brush. I got it soaking in my lathering bowl here. So I dumped that out. I am going to use the lathering bowl for this soap because of how soft it is. I'm afraid I'm going to literally scoop out everything if I start lathering directly out of the bowl. So I'm just going to take a dollop's worth here. Not that, nothing crazy. So it is soft. It's not quite as soft as Taylor of Old Bond Street, but it is soft. Just scoop that in there, get the finger washed off. Go ahead and start lathering this guy up. Okay, so you can already tell, so too much water. I don't know if you can kind of see how big the bubbles are in there. I'm just gonna keep working with it just because I still got that piece of soap rolling around in here. I'm just gonna keep working it. But again, every time you get a new soap that you haven't shaved with before, it's kind of a learning curve to figure out the water ratio of that soap. Some soaps are thirstier than others. This one I expected to not be that thirsty because the soap was so soft, kind of like Taylor Gold Bond Street. Just gonna keep working it. It's coming together here. Now, create a nice little lather inside there. Oop, spilling over the side. Alright, so I scooped out too much soap because I still got a little bit of soap in there, but if we have to re-lather, which I don't think we're gonna have to, it's plenty. Alright, gonna get the face washed off. We'll get the pre-shaved thrown on the face, and then we'll get into our first pass. Alright. Just about done with this Parasso green. You can see it's pretty much all gone. I've got like 1 or 2 more uses out of this guy. About 2. And then I'm gonna officially retire it. That way I can create some room. Notice my my space for this stuff is running out. So I gotta start using more of my products so I can try different ones and not have them laying out on the counter because I've got no more cabinet space. Alright, cool. Okay. Try it out. Okay, so right away it's very light. On the face, it's a very mild scent. I'm still smelling that kind of almond extract scent, that classic like almond cookie scent to it. It's nice. I think it'd be a nice way to start any day off. So we'll see how the actual soap performs. So it is pretty light though. I'm curious if it's going to be slick enough. It's like I can't, yeah, it's like wiping right off. We'll try it. Interesting, yeah. So I would like to do kind of like a wipe test like that to see how easily it comes off the face. This is coming off pretty darn easy, but on the fingers, it does feel still pretty slick. Maybe not as slick as some of the other soaps I have, but we should be okay. And if not, I'll give my 2 cents on how I don't like it. And it's up to you guys if you want to give it a shot later down the road or not. All right. Gonna get into the first pass here. Okay. So, right off the bat, I will say it is a much lighter soap compared to other ones that I have used. It still has pretty good slickness, but some of the newer brand soap companies out there, they've definitely increased the level of slickness in their soaps. So this soap, dating back to was it $18.99? Yep, $18.99, and not tweaking their formula. It's cool. It's neat, but I will say there's a little bit of kind of like resistance is the best way I can describe it. when you're running the blade across your skin, if you got a super slick soap, usually I don't really feel any resistance because it's gliding right across because it's so slick. This one I can feel a little bit of resistance compared to the other soaps that I use. It's not bad. You know, it's to be expected when you are shaving to feel some sort of resistance, but this one I could tell you is not quite as slick as some of the other soaps. I love the scent. It smells fantastic. But that's my only gripe so far. So let's get the face washed off, get the second lather on there, and finish it out. Okay. You know, I'm gonna whip this up a little bit more just to see if I can kind of create a heavier lather. And it could be me not getting the right water ratio, but I mean, it looks pretty pillowy. Even if you look at that all along the edges here, it's pretty pillowy. What I'm used to seeing when I do use the lathering bowl. We'll just get a little bit of a thicker layer here with the soap. Kind of do the opposite of trying to find that fine medium, kind of overload and not use hardly any water. So I'm just going to keep going until this little piece of soap I put in there disappears. Or close enough to it. I don't want to keep it here forever. Okay, I'll give that a shot. It looks a little thicker than the first time. Yeah, it smells so good. It's such a light scent. I'd say if you're looking for a soap that is still going to perform pretty darn well and not be like a huge statement piece when you walk past somebody or you walk into the room, they're not going to know exactly who's in the room because they always go overboard on their colognes, or in this case, shaving soap. Okay, looks a little better already. It's kind of going on a little thicker, so. Yeah, a little better. See, it's not wiping off quite as much. It's still coming off pretty easy, but not as easy as the first time. So I think I may have still had too much water in the soap. But we'll go ahead and try this one. It's a little thicker, a little better. It's just, even on the fingers, comparing it to other soaps, like when I run this underwater, it comes off almost instantly, as if you were using like a hand soap, to where the other ones I've noticed you run it underwater, it's like stuck to your fingers. Like you keep running it underwater and you can still feel your fingers are slimy because it's so slick. This one doesn't have that sensation or that feeling. But it's still definitely slick enough to do the job. But it comes down to personal preference. I think the scent of this one is awesome. It's a nice mild scent. You can definitely use this as an everyday if you just want to look clean and sharp, but not kind of use your colognes as like a statement piece. Like I have some people at work, they know when I walk in the room or I'm in the room because they can smell that musky scent of a lot of the soaps I have. And they always point that out. They're like, oh, I know he's here. I could smell him. So it's funny. But this one is not going to have that. There's absolutely no musk to this. It's more of a clean, classic almond extracty scent to it. The performance is good. I will say, after doing that second lather, creating more soap, a kind of heavier layer, much more comfortable crossing the skin. Granted, I don't have as much hair to knock down on the second pass. I'm kind of doing like a just a finalizing, knocking down the last little bit of stubble to get a clean shave. But as you can tell, I don't have so much resistance to where I'm getting nicks or razor burn or anything like that anywhere over my neck. And that's something to be said, not using the Wilkinson. I'm always prone to some sort of razor burn or irritation or nicks. Just because I'm so accustomed to that blade, I know how it works really well. This one, I remember liking it. I've used it probably 3 or 4 times. But I haven't purchased a big old pack of them just because I preferred the Wilkinson. But overall, I like the soap. I'll definitely be adding it to a rotation when I just want to have something subtle on my face, not a statement piece or such a loud scent when being around public. Overall, very nice. I like it. Looks good, feels good, and it smells good. All right. Gonna get the face washed off, and then we'll get into the splash, and we'll close this one out. I will say it doesn't require as much washing off of the face because it's not completely stuck on your face. As far as the slickness, I'm curious if there's tallow. I'd assume there would be. Where'd the box go? I'll just read a couple of the ingredients here. Let's see here. Coconut oil, tallow. Okay, so they use coconut oil and tallow. So those are the main two things. And there's almond oil. There's the almond, sweet almond oil. Interesting. Okay. Well, coconut oil, I'd assume that'd be good for your face. It's a nice light oil. I like cooking with coconut oil. I actually have a coworker who's into wet shaving as well. And for his pre-shave, he actually uses olive oil. So I haven't tried that, but as you can imagine, olive oil is pretty darn slick. Actually designed in a lot of cooking to prevent your food from sticking to the pan. So again, super nice bottle. It's like a nice glass to have out on the counter. These other ones are pretty nice. You know, this is the Southern Witchcraft one I did a review on before. Pretty bottle, nice frosted glass. But I think I prefer the classic kind of nice squared off glass bottles as opposed to these kind of almost generic tonic bottles is what I would call them. But similar to actually Taylorville Bond Street. This one is a fantastic scent. Love Taylorville Bond Street, but kind of copied it as far as the style of the bottle. But super nice. All right, get some on here. I am expecting this to be alcohol since the company is such an old company and they haven't changed their formula. Oh yeah. Okay, so interesting. I'm getting like a lemon scent. Piece of hair on my face. Yeah, lemon. No almond whatsoever. Definitely not anywhere near the same scent as the soap. The soap is so subtle. Man, it smells so good out of the can. I wish that almond extract scent was a little bit stronger. It's a very light soap on the face. Now once you put the splash on, there is no almond whatsoever anywhere. It's the splash is a very strong, it's kind of musky, citrusy. I'm picking up lemons specifically. It smells like Brut, you know, the classic old green bottle Brutes that everybody's dad used, mixed with citrus. It's interesting. Yeah. Huh, I wonder why they wouldn't keep it like the almond scent in there. Slightly disappointed with that. I kind of was hoping that this was going to show some sort of almond. It's always hard to smell it straight out of the bottle. I can smell like that Brut scent right out of the bottle, but sometimes they also add some similar scents in there. But overall, I'm curious to see how the post-shave feels. Excellent shave. I got no irritation. Got everything knocked down. So again, guys, this was Cella's Crema de Barba. This is their almond shaving cream. I did enjoy it. If you guys are looking for something new, something old classic, not a super, you know, statement piece when you walk into the room, I think it'd be a good choice to have. Anyways, guys, thank you for taking the time out of your day to come and watch this video. And as always, I'll see you next time.